You've probably heard the engines revving around the Tri-Cities. Tonight, we're talking about a new push in the state legislature to increase the punishment for people convicted of illegal racing. Plus, we're hearing from a Yakima bookstore owner closing up shop after decades in business.
A pretty mild day today, but snow to rain is on the way this week. I'll get you prepared.
Now, KAPP local news at 5.
Good evening, I'm Alyssa Warner.
I'm Jason Valentine. Thank you for joining us tonight. And tonight we begin with an ongoing debate in Pasco. Should marijuana businesses be allowed to open within city limits?
This discussion has been going on for months. Last night, more than 100 people gathered in the Pasco City Hall chambers. KVEW's Riley Fitzgerald joins us here in the studio. Talk about what brought so many people hoping to be heard.
Well, I've been to several of these meetings in Pasco now, and when there's a topic like cannabis, there are people who support and people who are against retail sales, and even some people who don't live in Pasco showed up to speak. But it wasn't actually that debate that brought along some heated words. It was that the city had actually voted on allowing cannabis sales in industrial zones back in January. But in February, the vote was rescinded, citing they needed more time to talk about it. Notable people in the community lashed out at the council for their actions, saying they don't like what happened, and the council responded.
At dark 30 at night, Madam Mayor, you all of a sudden were confused and wanted to withdraw your vote, even though your community member asked you and agreed with you with the decision that was made. I would suggest that you consider what you've done and what how you're representing your community.
Everything's done in the public eye. That's what we do, and we have a good reputation for that. And I'm offended by the attacks of my fellow council members.
After all of this discussion, there was still no vote that happened last night and left some to question the council. Alyssa?
So Riley, if they didn't vote last night, what's going to happen next for the city of Pasco?
Well, they say they need a bit more time to draft together some resolutions. They're now considering two options. The first, sending it out as an advisory vote in the upcoming election for the people of Pasco to decide, or the second, if that isn't approved by the council, to keep the decision-making to themselves and vote for or against cannabis sales in the city of Pasco. The next city council meeting is March 20th, where they'll decide to send it to the people or if they will make the final vote on the matter of retail cannabis. Coming up at 6, we hear more of that heated discussion that kept everyone on their toes last night. In studio, Riley Fitzgerald, KAPP Local News.
Over the weekend, Richland police posted a warning on social media saying they've gotten so many complaints about reckless driving and street racing that they've assigned extra officers to the problem. Now, this is not just a local problem. Illegal street racing and other stunts have gotten so bad across the state that lawmakers are now looking at harsher punishments for people caught participating. The mayor of one Seattle suburb says the setups are getting more elaborate.
Cars will block off portions of the intersection, and then they're doing burnouts and donuts in the middle of the intersection, and it's extremely dangerous.
Traditional enforcement and arrests aren't making an impact, and how we have to transition and come up with new strategies.
We know street racing is already illegal, so now lawmakers are focusing on consequences. Senate Bill 5606 says if you're arrested for illegal racing, your car could be impounded for 3 days. If you're convicted of a second offense, the courts could take your car away. This proposal has passed the Senate ahead of tomorrow's deadline and is now up for debate in the State House. Well, Encore Books has been operating in Yakima for 30 years, but it's now going out of business.
KAPP's Emily Goodell tells us they only have a month or two left unless someone else decides to buy the business and keep it open.
Encore Books is on its third set of owners, and the current owner says after years of running it essentially by himself, it's just getting to be too much. That's why they're looking for new owners to buy the place. Because they're going out of business, they are not currently accepting books to trade in, but if you've traded in books and have credits available, you can still use those. The owner says he's hoping that someone will buy the bookstore and that it will continue to operate, but that it's been difficult to manage on his own, and with inflation, it's just too expensive.
I'm definitely appreciative of everybody that has come in over the years. You know, they are what has allowed us to stay here for as long as we have, you know, and we just love doing this. It's just time to not do it anymore.
They're not sure exactly when they'll be closing at this point, but they're hoping to stay open at least through the end of March or April. Reporting in Yakima, Emily Goodell, KAPP KVEW Local News.
Thanks, Emily. And let's talk weather. We're seeing more daylight, more warmth.
Yes.
It's getting spring-like.
It is getting spring-like, but don't get too comfortable in the spring, because we do have a chance of seeing some snow skiffs tomorrow. Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish, and then quite a bit of rain coming for most of our areas Thursday night, with snow possible in Ellensburg, up to an inch possible. But we have warmer temperatures next week. That's the good news. Look at that beautiful evening we're having in the Tri-Cities, thanks to the Legends Skycam network. So on our radar, again, we have bits and bobs of shower activity throughout our areas. If you see a quick little spritz, Connell could see one very quickly. Walla Walla is in the line of sight as well. Still, we just have some unsettled business going on in our skies. For our areas, though, we're going to be chilly overnight, but about on par with what we saw today. We are going to see mostly clear skies, but we're going to see quick little skiffs of snow possible for Yakima tomorrow morning, especially in Ellensburg. And then for the Tri-Cities, we could be seeing a little bit of shower activity in the afternoon in the form of rain, with more rain on the way this week. I'll get you ready for, well, kind of winter's last gasp in my forecast that's coming up later in the show.
We have new information tonight about a shooting in Pasco that sent a teenage boy to the hospital. This happened about a block away from a Pasco Rite Aid, which is where the 14-year-old was found with gunshot wounds. Several agencies responded and started to look for the shooter. Police now say they have identified a suspect, but they haven't made an arrest.
Officers who were on scene established containment and began a search of the area. They were unable to locate the suspect at that time. Detectives responded to process the scene of the incident, which occurred at 22 and Henry. The suspect has been identified. His identity will not be released at this time.
Police say the boy was transported to a local hospital. He got emergency treatment there and is expected to recover. And Pasco Police Department says it's likely first aid the teenager got from bystanders is what helped him recover so quickly. Tonight, a Yakima shelter is taking legal action, asking the state Supreme Court to protect their rights to hire employees who align with the organization's values.
The Union Gospel Mission in Yakima says a recently changed Washington law is preventing them from filling crucial positions. Our Madeline Hagan joins us in studio. And Maddie, you spoke with Union Gospel Mission's legal team, right?
Yeah, Alyssa, Jason, UGM and their lawyer tell me for years they've been able to exclusively hire people who align with their Christian values, including individuals who are not a part of the LGBTQ community. But the Washington State Supreme Court recently changed that exemption for religious organizations like Union Gospel Mission. Now, this is similar to the situation Seattle Pacific University experienced last year. That lawsuit was dismissed by the Attorney General's office, though. In this instance, UGM is asking a federal judge to restore their hiring rights as a religious organization.
We've had to take down a couple of positions. We've gotten some really hostile applications from folks that don't understand our religious rights and don't understand our religious identity. This is a really severe environment for organizations like ours, and we need some help. We're scared to death of what's coming down the pipe for us.
We asked the Attorney General's office about this matter. They said they're not currently investigating Yakima Union Gospel Mission and, quote, I can only assume that this anti-LGBTQ plus law firm is desperate for any way to push its extreme theories in court. And later tonight on KAPP KVEW Local News at 6 o'clock, we'll hear more from YUGM and their lawyer who say people are threatening the organization via job applications. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Maddie. Tonight, President Biden is introducing part of his budget plan with an appeal directly to voters.
He published an op-ed in the New York Times laying out plans to keep Medicare solvent for at least another couple of decades. The president is advocating higher Medicare taxes, 5% instead of 3.8% on people who make more than $400,000 per year. He's also pushing for Medicare to start negotiating lower prices for more medications and limit cost sharing for some generic drugs to just $2 per month. But will it work? Republican control of the House, and they're typically skeptical of tax increases. They're calling for the government to find extra money by making budget cuts instead. Although Republicans have not released a specific proposal, they have a few months to figure it out. The Treasury Department says it's got enough money to keep the government afloat until later this summer. But at some point, if Congress does not vote to raise the debt ceiling, the United States will default.
A big proposed merger is now on hold. The Department of Justice is suing to stop JetBlue from buying Spirit Airlines. JetBlue had said the deal would help them compete better against Delta, Southwest, United, and American Airlines. But today, Attorney General Merrick Garland said that's not the kind of competition travelers need.
JetBlue and Spirit compete on hundreds of routes that serve tens of millions of air travelers every year. This merger will limit choices and drive up ticket prices for passengers across the country.
JetBlue says the Justice Department has already signed off on mergers that led to 4 airlines controlling about 80% of the market in the United States. And they say even if JetBlue and Spirit merged, they would only control about 9% of the market. Jason, they said it's really not Coca-Cola buying Pepsi here.
Okay.
They're saying it's small companies merging.
Maybe buying RC?
Maybe.
All right, we'll keep you up to date on that. Let's take a quick look outside. Folks, it is springy outside. We're still 2 weeks away, a little less than 2 weeks. I'll have snow, rain, and sunshine in your forecast coming up.
And still ahead on KAPP KVEW Local News at 5, we're learning more about the 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico last week. Hear from family members of one of those victims, now back in the United States.
Celebrate the grand opening of Click It RV's new store in Yakima Valley or at Click It RV in Pasco and get the same grand opening specials plus liquidation prices on all 20 to 22 RVs. Nobody will beat our prices. We guarantee it. Just off $395 in the Pasco Autoplex or clickitrv.com.
There's a new tax refund called the Working Families Tax Credit from the Washington State Department of Revenue. Those who qualify could get up to $1,200 back. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Hi, I'm Stan. Welcome to my Stan Talk. My theory, it's called Triple Play because you can have fun on land, sea, and air. On land, bowling, XD Dark Ride, and others. At sea, all the slides and pools in Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park. In air, the ropes course, Nebula Drop Tower, and new zip ride. Or maybe the owner just liked triple cheeseburgers. Thanks, everyone!
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
Mildly entertaining. I will take that.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? Uh-huh. Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud.
US Cellular. Built for us.
Anyone can get injured at work.
At Bothwell and Hamel, we help workers from all walks of life get workers' compensation benefits.
Laborers, machinists, welders, carpenters, healthcare providers, office personnel, and more. If you were hurt, we want to help.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call toll-free 1-888-665-8630. Bothwell and Hamel.
Celebrate the grand opening of Click It RV's new store in Yakima Valley or at Click It RV in Pasco and get the same grand opening specials on travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and Class A and C motorhomes. We guarantee it. Just off $395 in the Pasco Autoplex or clickitrv.com.
Fly the Northwest over Canfield Mountain. KAPP KVEW Local News at 6 tonight.
Welcome back. The Washington Department of Ecology is investigating a Yakima landfill that they're concerned may be contaminating the air. Ecology says neighbors have reported odors and plumes of steam or smoke coming from the Anderson landfill for years now. Recent air sampling by the company that owns the landfill, DTG Recycle, shows unsafe levels of chemicals. The Department of Ecology says they're looking at potential contamination and have an agreement with DTG to allow them to get more data.
That will help us figure out, how contamination got into those places, and from there we can make more definitive conclusions or statements about what might be going wrong.
Now here's where you come in. They're asking for feedback on their investigation online on the Department of Ecology's website by March 30th, or you can also weigh in by attending a virtual Zoom meeting from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on March 15th. Tonight we're learning more about 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico on Friday. 2 of them have now been rescued, 2 others are dead.
Authorities say it appears the group got caught in the crossfire of gang violence and may have been mistaken for drug smugglers. ABC's M. Wynn is tracking the investigation.
A tragic ending to the search of 4 Americans kidnapped in Matamoros, Mexico at gunpoint last week. Mexican authorities saying 2 of the victims were found dead, their bodies for now held at a morgue there. The State Department announcing the 2 surviving Americans are already back in the U.S. This video appearing to show the group as they were being kidnapped by heavily armed men and thrown into the back of a pickup truck. The 4 Americans have been identified as Shaid Woodward, Latavia Tay McGee, Zindel Brown, and Eric Williams. McGee's mother, who previously said her daughter went to Mexico for a cosmetic medical procedure, telling ABC News in a phone call that the FBI informed her daughter is one of the survivors.
I had to hold my heart. I said, I'm so appreciated. I was thanking the Lord. I said, thank you, Jesus, a God.
Michelle Williams confirms to ABC that her husband Eric is the other survivor. Mexican officials say he was found suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg. U.S. officials say gunmen began shooting at the group's minivan, which had North Carolina plates, then kidnapped the people inside. 1 Mexican bystander was also killed. This part of Mexico is a place Americans are warned not to travel to.
This is considered by the State Department a level 4, which says that's what Afghanistan is a level 4, that these are not places that any American should be going.
M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Authorities in Mexico say they have 1 person in custody, but it's not clear how many people may have been involved in this kidnapping. World News Tonight will have continuing coverage of this investigation that's coming up at the bottom of the hour.
A consumer alert, Weight Watchers says it's buying a telehealth company with specialists that can prescribe weight loss medications. Now, Weight Watchers historically has focused on diet and/or lifestyle changes to help members lose weight. But with rising demand for prescription weight loss medication, some of which is not intended for that purpose, Weight Watchers CEO says it's their responsibility to support people who want to use it.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. All right, more scattered showers, very light and very quick, even if it comes to your area. Connell might be seeing a little bit of a pitter-patter of shower activity, but we could see more as we get into tomorrow morning, and we're going to be taking a close look at Ellensburg, Yakima, and Toppenish. So here's what we're looking at overnight, mostly clear, but then we're going to start to see some snow possibly forming. Should be mostly snow flurries, though, very quick, and as we move on into 8 a.m., it's going to move into Yakima. So this could disrupt your morning commute. Looking all right in the Blue Mountain region and in the mid-Columbia. Then as we head into the afternoon, more scattered showers. Blue Mountain region into the Tri-Cities, even maybe just a little rain-snow mix for the Yakima area. So we're just going to see a little bit of shower activity tomorrow. But as we get to Thursday night, look at this wall of wet coming into our areas. We do expect to see possibility overnight of an inch of snow for Ellensburg. Rain snow mix, Yakima, Toppenish, and just plain old rain for the Blue Mountain region and the Tri-Cities. So that is going to continue into your Friday. And look at these heavy cells. It could be heavy at times, folks. So get ready for a very wet Wednesday into your Friday morning. You may want to already plan for a little extra time to get ready for Friday morning. So we're going to keep a very close eye on that as we get closer. So our current temperatures, 52 right now in the Tri-Cities, 54 Toppenish. Other than that, we're in the 40s, mostly upper 40s, save for Yakima, Ellensburg, just a little bit off the mark there. As we move into our next couple of days, we're going to be looking a little cooler tomorrow, kind of up and down, still below our average. But then as we get to our next work week, yes, close to 60-degree temperatures for some of our areas, mid-50s, and that's going to be the norm for next week as we finally start to feel a little bit more spring-like next week, even though it has been at least beautiful for our areas the past couple of days. 14-mile-per-hour winds in Pendleton, 10 for Walla Walla. Other than that, we are looking light and again nominal winds for the Tri-Cities. We do expect to see though more wind as we get into our weekend, and this is going to usher in those warmer temperatures for Friday and Saturday. So 15 to 10-mile-per-hour winds. It looks like we're just getting enough to keep our air quality nice. So daylight savings time 5 days away. So either when you go to bed Saturday night or wake up Sunday, just put your clock an extra hour ahead. St. Patrick's Day 10 days away, and spring finally less than 2 weeks away. So in our overnight period, we do expect to see pretty calm conditions. Overnight lows are going to be mostly in the 20s, a little warmer in Walla Walla. As we move into our Tuesday, we are going to see a little of everything. So we could see a little bit of rain snow mixed to snow for Ellensburg, Yakima, and Toppenish very early. Then we'll warm up. Everything that falls will disappear, and then some afternoon showers for the Blues and the Tri-Cities. So we are going to see some sunshine with that. So really a lot going on tomorrow. So our 7-day forecast as we move into Thursday. Don't forget that Thursday night into Friday morning, heavy rainfall for the Mid-Columbia. Luckily, we'll have an overnight low of 39, and then looks like we have some rain waiting for us for our warmer temperatures next week. So folks, enjoy that sunshine that we expect for your weekend. Yakima area, early snow to rain, snow mix to rain, and then Thursday overnight into Friday morning we should have some snow for areas turning into rain, snow mix, and some shower activity in our next work week as well with those warmer temperatures, just not as warm as the Mid-Columbia is getting. So folks, could see a little bit of snow skiffs for Ellensburg, Toppenish, and Yakima tomorrow for your morning commute, and a little afternoon showers for the Mid-Columbia, but get ready for some heavy precipitation Thursday night.
Thanks, Jason. We all know that taking a deep breath is a good way to start to calm down. New research, though, suggests the type of breathing could make a difference. That's next on KAPP KVEW Local News at 5.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Oh no, you hate coming home to a dark house. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. Get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. If you order right now, you can double the offer and just pay a separate fee. 2 Bionic Spotlights backed by our 5-year warranty for one low-value price. And the shipping is free. Here's how to order.
We're celebrating our 28th anniversary with a new Bronco Sport giveaway during Punch It for Bucks and Broncos at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Punch the board and win over $4,000 in big bucks and 2,800 entries to boost your chances to win a Ford Bronco Sport every Friday and Sunday in March. Plus, don't miss Bronco Billy's bonus rounds where you can earn double the bucks. Be sure to join us on Saturdays for a special anniversary 28-time entry multiplier. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Come fly with us over a beautiful mountain with awesome views.
You could bring the whole family. Highly suggest it, and please, it's really good. Go up there and see it for yourself.
Fly the Northwest over Canfield Mountain. KAPP KVEW Local News at 6 tonight.
Coming up tomorrow at 5, we're tracking sunshine and chilly temperatures. I'll have your Wednesday forecast right here on KAPP KVEW.
And tomorrow is International Women's Day, and we'll be talking about some grand achievements and the movement for gender equality.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Hi, my name is Ubi, and I've been a customer at Yakima Federal Savings and Loan for about 40 years. We quickly just become not just a banker-bankee relationship, but a friendship relationship. The purchase of our first home, things went so well and so easy. And in that, here we are 40 years later, 3 homes later, 2 children, 2 son-in-laws, and 3 grandchildren. And Yakima Federal has been with us through this whole journey.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-277-1540.
All right, we've all been there. I've been there a lot. You're stressed out. Somebody says, take a deep breath. Okay, what kind of deep breath is the best? That is the question that researchers at Stanford University hoped to answer. They spent about a month studying dozens of people in different groups for 5 minutes per day. Some of them had to meditate. Others tried different, very specific deep breathing techniques. At the end of the month, researchers said everyone had calmed down and felt better. So anything you pick is good. But the people who were told to sigh for 10 minutes per day saw the most improvement. I was very curious about this, Jason, because sighing, I mean, usually that's when you're frustrated or sad. This is you breathe in until your lungs are halfway filled, then pause, then breathe the rest of the way in, and then sigh it all out. And then you do this for 5 minutes a day. Apparently, that helps you calm down long term.
Well, I think the half breath thing changes it up.
It makes you start thinking about it, I think, which is distracting.
Interesting. All right, well, if you need some help with your breathing, that's a good tip. All right, folks, we'll have a final look at weather when we come back.
And still ahead, COVID-19 restrictions at the border are set to end later this spring. World News Tonight has a look at how the Biden administration is considering looking at detaining families.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get into Ford F-150. All amped up and ready for work or play. Get 0 for 36 plus $3,000 low APR cash on a 2022 F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
Tonight, the family's trapped as parts of the West Coast brace for more snow. Plus, after another train derailment in the U.S., what's really going on here? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television, World News Tonight with David Muir.
Next ET.
Great job. Oh, Rockett just said great job.
We don't want to believe it's the last season.
We got to take it one game at a time.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on KAPP.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
The easiest bank shot you'll ever make is at Legends Casino Hotel, where you can turn $1,000 into $10,000 every Thursday. Use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries into the drawings all month long. Winners will have 3 chances to multiply $1,000 by 2, 3, 4, even 10 times. Play Bank Shot in March and you could be marching all the way to the bank with a basket full of cash. Only at Legends Casino Hotel, within 3-point winning distance.
Join us for the Active for Life Senior Prom March 23rd from 4 to 6:30 p.m. at the Uptown Theater in Richland. There will be dinner, games, a photo booth, live music, and of course, dancing. Grab your favorite senior, put on your best Roaring 20s outfit, and dance the night away. We'll see you there.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together.
Get 0 for 36 plus $2,000 trade-in cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Trending tonight, Hershey's milk chocolate may mean something very different in the future. They've now unveiled 2 new products made with oat milk. A vegan Hershey bar with almonds and sea salt is coming in April, and vegan Reese's peanut butter cups should be available sometime this month. PBS reports they are likely to be more expensive than the dairy-based candy. It does appear that the calorie count is similar, so I'm sorry if you were going vegan to save some calories. The chocolate is not going to be the answer.
And I can't eat gluten. I guarantee you they'll be more expensive.
They will.
Yes. Quick look outside, everybody. And folks, we are looking at possible snow skiffs tomorrow morning for Ellensburg, Yakima. That should clear up by the time you get to the afternoon, but we have heavy showers on the way, including snow for Ellensburg late Thursday into Friday.
All right. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. KAPP KVEW Local News is back tonight at 6.